Welcome to the Book of Jake. I believe this is episode 8, and this is a very important episode because there are a couple of people I'd like to sort of acknowledge also in this episode, and as we speak, we'll go along. So one chapter of my book is called Embrace the Suck. But before I explain to you what is that, please guys, help me subscribe to the channel, like this one, make some comments if you, and also I'd be really happy to address anything that you want to talk about or you want to know. Really happy to help you, okay? So this episode is called Embrace the Suck. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. Get your dirty man out of it. So when I say embrace the suck, is, like people say, that sucks. So to me, while at that current moment, at that time you're going through it is absolutely crap. It sucks. But I actually believe that the suck is, and if you embrace it and if you can go through it, it builds a lot of things from character to resilience. So I was talking to certain people along this week, last 2 weeks. One of my close friends who trains with me, I have to mention his name, Santa Ruben. He's the CEO of a multinational company in Malaysia. And it's just an amazing story of this boy who used to... who used to be a driver for one of the media companies, is now running one of the top beverage companies, and what a transformation. So, man, look at his family, and he's just the outstanding one. And when I talk to him every time, I realize that it's because of the hardship. The hardship builds the character. The hardship builds the tenacity. The hardship builds the resilience. You can go to the top Ivy League schools, you can go to top colleges in the country and stuff like that. But I realized that just because the resilience has taught him also to hustle, we spoke about hustle earlier, it's built his character, he's more articulate. And while sometimes you might feel that, there's an imposter syndrome, but honestly, when you go through this character, this sort of, adversities in life, you learn. Even for me, like I told you before, I'm very, very, very transparent about where I come from. My father was a railwayman, 5 children, earning 800 ringgit. Before he passed away, he was a security guard. This taught me the adversity. It taught me the value of money. It taught me the value of working hard. If you talk about embracing the suck, think about Serena Williams. Think about Venus Williams. The Williams sisters, tennis. From a young age, they actually worked really, really hard to get there. To go through all this and to develop. So if you're going through a little bit of tough times now and you think, this is tough, just hang on, keep your eyes on the prize and just go through it, because eventually it will end. Time is a great thing, but you need to persevere, discipline, repetition, and all these things we spoke about, okay? It will clear. If you talk about even... like I always speak about Mamba mentality and how, he has, went through adversity. Although, he perished pretty early. But think about how much he went through it, and how you can actually extract this into your life. Another person is even Adam Lobo. I remember him. He was just a bum, which I hired into running a company, and something's happened. He decided to go on his own way, started from scratch, and one computer, and now he's got all the studios and stuff like that. And if you think about it, it's adversities that actually build his character. Would you trade it for something else? Think about the people who've come from riches but have failed. But think about, Elon Musk or and all these people. They need this background. They need this adversity to actually drive it. To me, this develops grit, this develops strength, this develops resilience. Another person that I spoke to this week was really amazing story. I'm meeting all these people. I don't know whether I'm attracting this kind of people, or possibly yes. And he is a managing director of a huge bank in this country. Tough to say his name. And I spoke to him and I said, so tell me about yourself. This really tough life, Jake. Came up through this. I did this. I had to go through this. And I realized it is the same story. The story is they've had very humble beginnings. They appreciate life. They're disciplined. They hustle. They learn negotiations at a very young age. They network really well. They might not have the finesse initially, but what happens is they build this finesse as they grow along, So when I talk about embrace the suck, is no matter what you're going through in life, your outlook of where you're going to end up decides where you're going to end up. In other words, you're going through a bad time. It could be a marriage, it could be a relationship, it could be a business, it could be a job, it could be a this. You have to decide, where do you want to steer this? You have to say, you know what, I'm going to make this marriage work, or I'm not going to make this marriage work. I'm going to make the best out of this job, or I don't think I fit in this job and I should do something else. However, if you sit there and you do nothing, nothing will happen. In fact, you will regress. You will start to go back. So when we talk about embracing the suck, doesn't mean it will work all the time, but most of the times, what will happen is you improve your character, you improve your tenacity, and here's the thing, you get experience. I am where I am now. I'm not saying I'm anywhere. I am where I am now, know what I know now, all because of the mistakes I've done in life, all because I had the pedigree, I had the discipline, I had the tenacity to go through every possible thing. Do you know that when I started off as a DJ at the age of 15, everybody said I was going to fail. It was uncommon. I chose a profession which was uncommon. My relatives said this fella is going to end up a drug addict, drunk, and he's going to fail. Prove you wrong. You know what I mean? No? Because I understood. Why? Because it was a necessity. Who was paying money at that time? I was probably the richest kid in Form 5. I had more money than anybody else. While my father was not rich, but I was earning 300 ringgit a month. And those days, it was big money. So the point that I'm trying to make is, look, you might be going through some hardship. You might be going through a tough time. You might be going through some trying periods in your life. No matter where you are in life, understand where you want to get, embrace, suck it up, embrace the suck, go through it. And I guarantee you, if you go through history from The Rock, who had no money, Dwayne Johnson, from like I said, Serena Williams, Ellen DeGeneres, you just name it, these people have the tenacity to embrace the suck and go through. So, guys, if you're in that position, listen, it will shine again. Just go through it. You know what I mean? A saying that I picked up from some movie, I can't remember where. It says, kill them all, let the paramedics sort them out. Till I see you next week, this is Jake saying, hey guys, have a great day ahead. Please subscribe to the channel, Book of Jake, and like the post. And if you got any comments, really like to hear from you, okay? Take it easy.